Hey family, how you doing today? Well, we've just had a couple of big weeks at Trinity, and with our Plus One Sunday, and then Easter Sunday, and hearing about Bob and Dee's great testimony. Awesome couple of weeks. Had the bake sale. I mean, so many good things have been going on. But after these two Sundays, where leading up to those Sundays, we were kind of focused on inviting people and bringing people, new people to church. I wanted for us to have a little discussion about that, about bringing people, about inviting people, and what was your experience with that? Did the people you invite show up? What were some of the excuses that you were given when you invited people and someone didn't show up? I know somebody that I invited initially said yes and was all about coming, and then all of a sudden the night before he took ill. So you know how that might happen sometimes because we have an enemy, right? But and then my neighbors that I invited, they were already headed out of town for the weekend, so stuff like that. But you know, the scriptures give us a few guiding principles about this. Of course, Jesus said right before he ascended back to heaven, he said, "Go into all the world and make disciples." And so that really becomes our understanding of what the church is supposed to do, right? And then the question is just, how do we do that? I think it's important for all of us to ask the question, how is a church supposed to grow? How are new people supposed to make the decision to come to a church or to come visit? Whose responsibility is it? Is it the paid staff's responsibility to bring new people to the church? And what methods are we supposed to use biblically? Are we supposed to rely on road signs or billboards or advertisements or Facebook ads, things like that? Did they have those things in the early church? How did they do it in the early church? How did they grow the church? How did the church grow in the book of Acts? I think that's kind of an important thing to look at, don't you? But and then Jesus, of course, gave us that parable of the banquet. We're sending out invitations for all of the host's friends to come, the people who are well-to-do and were in his circle. And so many of them sent their regrets. And they had all kinds of reasons, right? Like, oh, I've got to go check out this business deal, or I've got to go out of town, or I've got to wash my cat, or whatever they came up with. You probably heard some of those when you were inviting people. But I think it's important for us to have those conversations, because what kind of church do we want to be? Do we want to be a kind of church where we all just come and see the same people all the time, and we enjoy each other's company, and we enjoy the Lord? Is that the prime directive of the church? Is for us to enjoy something? Just to enjoy the Lord? Or where on the rank of priorities is new people coming and being saved? Where should that rank in our priorities? Where does it rank in your priorities, in your church life? Do you think of new people coming to church and being saved as one of the main reasons you come to church, or one of the main reasons you're a part of Trinity? Or is it more of I'll say it this way, more of a self-centered motive, more of what I get out of it? These are important questions, because as we move forward, this will determine if and how Trinity grows. So I just wanted to stir the pot a little bit tonight and talk about the past couple of weeks, give your reflections, tell some of your stories, what you've experienced, and then really help to set our hearts on the road ahead for Trinity, because I believe that inviting people and bringing people to Jesus is not just a one-time thing or an every so often kind of emphasis that we have to focus on as the church. I believe that it is part of the heart of God. And if we're going to have that heart in us, then we're going to have the eyes to see the lost, and we're going to have the hearts that want to pray for them and intercede for them. And we're going to have the hands that are constantly reaching out to them, no matter what their response is, and to be undaunted by all the no's, just so that we can get to the next yes. So let's think about these things. Let's strive toward what God is calling us to be as a church body. Hey, I'm sorry as I'm closing the video here, I'm sorry for being in kind of a loud place, but this was the place I had. And it's so nice out today. I wanted to do it outside. Anyway, love you all. Looking forward to what God has for us in the future.